Some semifinals, Division B action. Port City Pigeons taking on the Kamloops Blackjacks and the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals here in Mississauga, Ontario. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Carson Elcom, alongside the amazing, the swift-handed cameraman, Matt Izakaw. And before we start the game, just want to acknowledge once again the pink sweater hanging from the visitors' Port City Pigeons bench. Well, Patty, the team's in the semifinals. I hope you're enjoying back home, and I'm sure they're going to leave it all out on the floor here for you today. As we get underway here, your goaltending matchup for the Blackjacks. Number 32, Braden Armstrong. He's got a 4-0-0 record, 3 shutouts, only 2 goals against, and a 0.5 goals against average. It's going to be tough to beat the man. And in goal for your Port City Pigeons, Troy Reardon, 2-2-0. With 20 goals against, 5 goals against average as we get underway here. The Blackjacks working it into the offensive end. Reardon gonna bat that one away. That's Jared Cosman. He's gonna back it out. And rushing in, Noah Webster. He tries to make a play, gets stripped of the ball. Back behind the net. Blackjacks regrouping. Pigeons. Cale McCallum's going to get an outlet pass. He's going to send it off to Cosman. Cosman. Up to Oliver. Oliver. Webster working it on the right-hand side. He's going to drop back. He's going to pass it to Dolmont. Dolmont fires. That goes off the defender in front and into the corner. As that hits the ceiling, we're going to have a face-off to the right of Braden Armstrong. Face-off won by the Pigeons. They can't corral it. We got a possible 2-on-1. Josh Byman couldn't corral it. Favreau working it up. Favreau leaves it. He's going to leave it for Arichuk. Arichuk working hard around the boards. Favreau going to re-corral top the circles. Favreau. He's going to send it up to the point for Byman. Byman sends it in. He's going to ring it around as they go for a change. Arichuk trying to keep some space. As Favreau, they got a full line change in for the Blackjacks. That's a tired Pigeons crew out there right now. Byman misses the ball. That's going to go all the way down the floor. Taking it up for the Blackjacks. Number 4, Zachary Anderson. He's going to make a move. He's going to give it off. But cutting through is Dan Bacca. Bringing it back in. Number 15, Jared Anderson. He makes a move. There's some room Block, fired. Reardon makes the saves, it just goes wide. That was off the stick of Alex Prevenkel. Around the net, fires and he scores through the 5-hole of Reardon. Number 4, Zachary Anderson. He pots that one through the 5-hole, the little wraparound. Reardon caught behind the net on a misplay, and he just couldn't corral himself. And it's a 1-goal game, 3 minutes into the semifinals. Pigeons get the draw. Matt Boudreau howling on a couple players. Carter McCluskey. Blackjacks trying to get some offensive zone pressure as Anderson is working it hard along the boards. Thompson's going to work it out. And that's corralled by Boudreau. Pitch is going to fire that all the way down the floor. Not enough for Flooring, but enough for Jordan Moore to pick that one up. Make an outlet pass over to Connor Bonchett. Up the floor is Webster. Webster making some moves. He's got some space. Fired! Oliver is stopped by Anderson. Or Armstrong, excuse me. Just under 4 minutes into the first period. 1-0 for the Blackjacks, and Webster loses that. Blackjacks get possession. Aiden Sutter behind the net. He's going to work his way out. He gets it up to Dario Piva. Piva worked along the boards. He's going to get that to Ethan Langinger. Webster, he's going to corral it. He's got some space, gets it caught on the feet. Let's go off to the defenseman. Delmont, he's got some space. Fires, missed the pass. Blackjacks corralling as Oliver is stripped from the ball. Favaro, he works his way up the right side. He's got some wheels. Trying to make some space. 21. He fires, stopped by Reardon. Ryan Ignis with a nice shot. Reardon up to the task. Minutes into the third period, we got a face-off. Favaro has been bouncing everywhere. He's going to be one to watch. Kyle Graham going to work that in, but he's stopped by Wyatt Mason. Perry's got the ball. He's going to fire that in. That's going to go up into the netting, deflected off of Favaro. Ryan Spencer taking the face off. Against Andrew Henderson. Spencer wins it. Brendan McNeil sends it in. Austin Perry pounding on the Blackjacks defensive zone. Henderson working his way in. Favaro around the net. He's trying to make some space. Nice moves. He's going to take a shot. Open. Nice block. Henderson with a nice shot. Open space. Reardon left alone all out front with 2 Blackjacks. He'll be able to come up to the task. Baca. He's going to corral the puck and bring it around the back of the net. Beal. He's working it in. Captain Beal. He's making some space with that big body. Fired just wide. Mason. Trying to hold out as tight as possible. Gallant. Beal working it hard in the lower end. Baca hounding. Ryan Ignis. Rocked. Leveled Kyle Graham just at the blue line. We got some space. Baca just missed wide on the backhand. Baca working through. He's going to push it up to the half boards. Stanley. A clapper from Cosman. And that goes high off the glass. McCallum. He's going to work it around the corner. He's got some room. Over to Baca. He goes for the fake. Cosman fires. Just wide of the right glove. Blackjacks are going to get out momentarily. But Jared Cosman going to catch that on the flooring. 7:35 remaining in the first period. 1-0 for the Blackjacks off a broken play that saw Favaro pop it right through the 5-hole of Reardon. So we have a offensive zone draw for the Pigeon to the left of Armstrong. Webster misses on it. He's heading back to the Pigeon zone. McCallum. He's going to work it around. He's going to take it up the right side. McCallum to Oliver. Oliver to Webster. And that's out of play off the wall. Webster taking the face off against Dario Piva. Webster wins that draw. There's a lot of room on the right side as Ryan Ignis working his way in. He's got some moves. Try to corral it, steady it, and get it back to the blue line. David Piva fires just wide of Reardon. Oliver rubbing Ignis out the wrong way. Bit of a stalemate in the corner. Cosman picks it up. He's trying to get it out. Pigeon doing everything they can to get this out of the defensive zone. As they finally make something happen, just momentarily. Reardon down in the save. Cosman going to corral it. He's going to flip it up. Possibly an outlet pass. Oliver gets cut off by Favaro. As the Blackjacks settle things down. He's going to send it over to Aaron Schuck. Aaron Schuck fires. That's off the shoulder of Reardon. Webster was going for the clear, but tripped from the Blackjacks. Number 8, Jordan Moore, as Ben Boudreau is heading to the box. 5:57 remaining, 2-minute penalty for the Pigeons. Power play opportunity to bring this to a 2-goal game for the Kamloops Blackjacks. Boudreau in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Kamloops wins the draw. Aaron Chuck works it in. He keeps it alive. That was a clean pass over to Favaro, but can't corral it. And Justin Bartella wasn't able to get that as a win out of play. Tightly contested game so far. Defense being a key. Goaltenders strong so far. Armstrong and Reardon both playing well. Kamloops wins it. They're going to take it back over the blue line. Thompson over to Favaro. Favaro fires just wide. Henderson. As Cosman is rocked into the boards. No call. Aaron Chuck over to Favaro. Pass just missed. Bartella to Henderson. Fires just wide off Favaro's stick. Now 2 men in the box for the Pigeons. It's going to be a 5-on-3 opportunity for a minute 14 for the Kamloops. Webster taking the face off against Ignis. And Ignis wins it clean. Up to the point. Sutter. He's going to take a minute. Find some space. Over to Henderson. Henderson, Ignis. Back to Ignis. Ignis fires! That's off the shin and wide. Sutter. Ignis! Goes back to Sutter. Trying to find some space. Ignis doesn't have a lane. He sends it over to Henderson. Ignis. Henderson, and that's off a deflection. Prevent call. To Ignis. To Sutter. Sutter. And it's stripped by Webster. Webster trying to go for the breakout. He's got some space. He's going to get that over to Cale McCallum. It's not enough room. And that's going to be a penalty against Kamloops. That's going to nullify the remaining 21 seconds of that 5-on-4. And nullify the rest of that power play. We're going to have some 4-on-4. Now 4-on-3 for 21 seconds until we get some 4-on-4 and then a brief 20-second, 30-second power play for the Pigeons. Beal trying to win that face-off, but send it in deep. Bartella. He's going to work up the Southern. Tyler sends it to the wing. Back to Bartella. Finally establishing some offensive zone pressure. We got 4-on-4. Fires! And that's off the head of Reardon. Dario Piva. Just barely missed that top area of the net. So now we got some 4-on-4 action. A lot of room on that floor. Anderson won that draw, but it didn't work out as Beal strips the puck from him. Beal He's trying to corral that up. He's going to send it back out to Mikulski. That's picked up by Gafer. Gafer works his way through the blue line. He's in clean. He's trying to find Anderson on the left, but not a lot of room as they both go down. Cosman. He's going to carry things up. Doesn't get the entry as it's sent right back down. 37 seconds remaining on the Pigeon power play. Cosman tripped up as he tries to go through two defenders. Beal with the clapper. That's off someone's shin and wide. Spencer trying to get that over to Cosman. That goes wide. Reardon firing that right up the floor to Beal. Nice play. Oh, that's a disappointing play by Oliver as he was coming out just as Spencer was going in, and that caused a bit of a shakeup. Kyle Graham working hard behind the net with Oliver. Oliver is able to get the ball. Oliver still working on Graham. Callum sends it over into the right side. We got a, I believe, shouldering penalty. Or a head contact. I didn't get a good look at the referee. But either way, someone's going to have a fun time in the sin bin. Heading to the box for the Kamloops Blackjacks, number 21, Ryan Ignis. 2-minute power play for the Pigeon. See if they can get back in this one. They're taking on arguably the best goalie in this tournament, and Braden Armstrong. Hasn't lost yet. Has only let in 2 goals now in 1 game. He's rocking 3 shutouts with 240 minutes on the ice total. Timeout for the Pigeoneers as they decide what they're going to do on this power play. Face off to the right of Armstrong. Webster. Kamloops takes that into the back end. Sutter. He dumps that down as Reardon. McCallum. He sends that in down the left side. Beal and Dolmont on it. McCallum going to take it back across the blue line. Try again. He works it over to Dolmont, but it doesn't work. Back to McCallum. McCallum to Webster. Webster. Back to McCallum. Minute to go in the first period. Trying to get a goal here. Webster fires. That's off the left pad of Armstrong. Webster. Over to Oliver. Oliver to McCallum. McCallum with some range, and that's off the shin of Ethan Langinger. Ethan Langinger with a great block, keeping this game 1-0 with 37 seconds left in the first period. Webster wins that face-off. 30 seconds to go. Delmont. Back to McCallum. McCallum fires. That's off the shin of a defender. McCallum. Back to Oliver. Oliver fires it in. Beal behind the net. He's trying to corral it. He's got Delmont. Fires, and that's a great block by Dario Piva. Oliver to McCallum. McCallum's got some room. He's going to go to Delmont. Delmont to McCallum. McCallum fires just off the glove of Armstrong. And now we'll bring this period to an end. 1-0 for the Kamloops Blackjacks. After an intense first period, great defensive hockey, but just 1-0. So we got 30 minutes remaining in the B Division semifinals. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Carson Elcom. We'll be back after this. As we resume here for period 2 of the semifinals, B Division, Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals here in Mississauga, Ontario. Kamloops Blackjacks against the Port City Pigeons. I'm your play-by-play host, Carson Elcom, alongside someone who's running out of words for his amazing cameraman to his left, Matthew Izakow. As we get ready for another intense period of what we presume to be defensive hockey. Both goaltenders have been incredible. Troy Reardon let in the one goal on a bit of a broken play, a miscue. But Braden Armstrong has been incredible between the pipes, leading the tournament with a .50 goals against, 3 shutouts in 4 games. He's only let in 2 goals this entire tournament. So you know that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Baca wins the draw for the Pigeons as they work it into the offensive zone. McCallum firing that over to Mitch Gallant. That was offside. You know that feeling you get when you're in a Walmart shopping and they feel like the same songs are just playing over and over again? Well, that's been me in this arena today. So be thankful you're not, doing your grocery shopping today, and if you are, oh, I feel for you. Henderson wins that for Kamloops. McCallum picks it up around behind the defensive net. Josh Byman off on that. As Brody Stanley tries to battle. Henderson. He sends that up. That's going to be cut off by McCallum. No, he gets to it in time. Henderson making some good work around the boards behind the net. Arichuk sends it back around. He's going to get it up. But just like that, Brody Stanley is robbed of the ball. Both went for that grab, but Height the winner here. Armstrong's going to leave that behind the net. Stanley shadowing Armstrong. He sends it out. Arichuk. He works around a little deep. Possible 2-on-1 with Favaro. Arichuk fires. Slips through Reardon, but just through the left arm and pops out on the right side of the goal. Kamloops firing it back in. The captain on Kamloops taking out Kyle Graham. Bit of a hold. Ryan Spencer doing some work along the half boards. And that's off the wall, not a play. We'll get a stoppage. John Favaro leading the team in Kamloops. 8 points so far through 4 games. That's 9 if you include his goal from earlier. Beal in front of the net. He can't get a shot off as they're working Austin Perry down low. Beal trying to get some space in the corner. Fired in by Nathan Beliveau. And now we got Kyle Graham working his way up. Possible breakout. Zachary Anderson with some room. Just goes wide from Reardon. Mason. As Anderson shadows. That's fired all the way down. That'll be flooring. .12:25 to go in the second period. 1-0 for the Blackjacks. Tight defensive hockey. Not a lot of chances at either end. But I have a feeling here that one miscue is going to lead to a goal at either end. A little too early there. Andrew Henderson gets waived in exchange for Dario Piva. As Oliver comes in, Sam Oliver. Gets caught in the ref's foot, but Piva wins that. Just wide of Reardon. Byman. He's got fire it in. That's blocked in front by Webster. Langinger. Langinger back in. He's got some room with Henderson. Pigeons need to get out their end. McCallum almost stripped to the puck. Byman working his way in on the bottom. He's getting caught off with Langinger. Trying to create some space. The Pigeon needs some offensive zone time. McCallum, he's got some room. He's going to fire just by the glove of Armstrong. Oh, a little bit of a trip. That goes unseen. As Ethan Dolmont gets tripped up, and then Reardon makes a save at the other end. Jared Anderson taking the face off here for Kamloops. A lot of stop and go right now. Coming from a heated game against the Young Stars. We are moving on to the gold medal game tomorrow in C Division. This has been pretty tame. Justin Bartello works in, and that's saved by Reardon. Not a lot of space out there on the floor. So when you find a chance, you got to take it and just pepper the net. Kamloops plays such a stout defensive style of hockey that you got to take those chances and hope you can get opportunities when you get them. Bartella, he fired that in, and we got a penalty coming up for high sticking. Jared Anderson going off for high sticking, excuse me. 4 minutes. This is the opportunity the Pigeons need to get something moving. Out on the power play, McCallum, Beal, Oliver, Delmont, and Webster. McCallum in deep in his own zone. Reardon going to send that out to him as they reset. Dumped in as the Pigeons chase. Beal on that. And just like that, out. Reardon to McCallum. McCallum trying to find a new entry. He's going to work it in, but just like that, that defensive line for Kamloops is incredible. And Reardon has a challenge here from Andrew Henderson. He almost gave that up. Oliver. Over to McCallum. Finally getting set up. McCallum working it in. Back to McCallum at the point. They got to find some space. He fires. That's off the stick of Ryan Ignis. Beal around, trying to do the wraparound, and once again fired out by Kamloops. They are hustling for the line change. McCallum, he's got some space. To Webster, but just misses on the right-hand side. Once again, deflected in the middle, and Kamloops is going to dump that one out. Reardon leaving it for Oliver. Oliver, time and space to think about what he's going to do. Across the red line in the neutral zone. Oliver makes it work, finally getting through those defenders. See if they can get it set up now. Minute 55 left in the power play. McCallum. He finds a lane, fires, and that's just wide. Just like that, Jared Anderson, or excuse me, that's Dario Piva. He's got the ball short-handed. He's got some room. Fires and scores. Ryan Ignis, short-handed. Dekes out Troy Reardon. And that's all you're gonna see. What a dirty dangle. Just enough space and time to have Reardon bite. And look at that. Ignis gonna make this a 2-goal game. What did I tell you? One small mistake and the other team can capitalize. This time it was devastating on the power play for the Pigeons. Not what you want to see happen. They still got a minute 35 to work with the power play. Only 8:29 left in this period. Pigeons trying to set it up again. Kosman carrying it in. He dumps it back on the forecheck. And just like that, it's out again. Reardon hustling to get that ball. Kosman, he's got some room to work through the blue line. He's going to take it. But just as quick as they get in, Justin Bartella going to fire that right down the floor. We got a slashing call coming up. Looks like Jared Kosman is going to the box. That'll nullify the last 47 seconds of the Pigeons power play. And the 45 seconds, Kamloops can have their first power play of the game for 3 minutes, 13 seconds of man advantage. Setting up here on the man advantage power play, Kamloops trying to make this a 3-goal game. Say lose the faceoff. Beal, he's going to work it around. Sutter, he's got some space. He's going to take a shot. That's blocked by Reardon. Over to the captain. Kyle Graham deciding what he wants to do. Reardon making some good stops and deep, but Tyson Gafer, bit of a rocket on him. Kyle Graham works it back in. Nathan Beliveau trying to get it out, but no luck. Aiden Sutter passing that off, sending it in. Reardon didn't quite get a hold of it, got a piece of it, still stays out of the net. And man advantage is fully up for Kamloops as Reardon makes a nice save off of an Aiden Sutter point shot. 2-0 for Kamloops as we reach the 6:40 mark of the second period. Kamloops hasn't given up much, neither have the Pigeons, but Kamloops just been able to capitalize on those small opportunities. 2 goals coming from Ryan Ignis and Favaro. Make this a 2-0 game. 3 minutes left in the penalty. Connor Kosman would be devastated if he gets scored on while in the box. This becomes a 3-0 game. Pigeons win the draw. Just barely missed getting it out. Baca. He's got to go in deep for it. Gets pushed out. Favaro. Aaron Chuck. He's going to work it around. Favaro. He's going to get that up to Bartella. Bartella fires it and scores! Justin Bartella from the point. Too many screeners in front. Troy Reardon can't get a hold of it, and Justin Bartella makes this a 3-goal game. Jared Kosman shaking his head in the penalty box. He knows that was a big, costly mistake. And the Kamloops Blackjacks have themselves a 3-0 lead with just 6:19 left in the second period. Face-off one. Aiden Sutter working it in on the right-hand side. He's got some room. He's going to toss that over to Zachary Anderson. Back on the wall to Gafer. Gafer. Over to Anderson. Yeah, it goes over Anderson's head. Can't quite get to it. Hard along the boards. Trying to work it out. Just like that, Anderson driving to the net. Reardon makes a nice save off the shoulder. That keeps this just a 3-0 game. With how tight the play of Kamloops has been, it's going to be really hard for the Pigeon to work back from a 3-0 deficit. Kamloops wins the draw. Hustling in is Connor Bonnet. Bonnet sends it up to Anderson. Anderson to Thompson. Austin Perry for the Pigeon loses it. Back and forth. Anderson rushing in. He gets it over to Connor Bonnet. Bonnet over to Thompson, and Reardon able to make the stop. Perry trying to hustle off Kamloops defender in the corner. Wyatt Mason keeping an eye on Ryan Ignis in the corner. Ethan Langinger. He's got some room. What a wide open net. And that was missed brutally. There was only a small defender from the Pigeons sitting on the left-hand side. Wide open net. Reardon out of position. Now McCallum's got it behind the net. McCallum, a little backhand pass to Beal. Beal's going to get that into the offensive zone for Delmont. Josh Byman. He tosses that back over to Dario Piva. Wyatt Mason. He's got McCallum with him. Mason behind the net. He's going to work it out. He's got some speed. He's going to run the blue line. Just like that, Favaro stops that. And McCallum's got to go back and chase. Hard charging. Brecken Aronchuk behind him. Aronchuk. McCallum fight each other hard along the boards. Henderson and almost springing Oliver, but just not close enough for the Pigeon. Back the other way. Sean Thompson, he's got some room to Favaro. Back to Aronchuk, just wide. Henderson. Back to Favaro behind the net. He's getting hassled. Favaro's got some room. Nice stick work by Reardon. McCallum. Up and over. Having a crowd is Justin Bartella. Bartella over to Moore. Moore. Anderson. He sends it up to Aronchuk. Anderson. Fires. Glove save by Reardon. Bounces off the top of the glove. That's going to go out of play into the netting. 2:56 to play in the second period. 3-0 for the Kamloops Blackjacks. The team that is yet to lose is destined for a B Division gold medal spot tomorrow here at the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals in Mississauga. But there's still a period and a little bit away from making that happen. Pigeons are still in this. They just need to get the offense moving. Head coach Roof McGuire is a powerful guy. I'm sure he's got some words of encouragement for that team and some tactics he can throw out to help the overall defensive system that Kamloops is working against. Gallant, he's going to toss it up. Brody Stanley working it into the offensive zone. He's got Baca behind him. Bartella. As Kamloops works it up. Provencal. Baca. He's got it along the corner. He's going to try to dig it out. He gives it up to Gallant. Gallant trying to spring Stanley. Couldn't get there. Aiden Sutter's going to take that. Going back to get it was Nathan Beliveau. That's going to be out of play. Offensive zone draw to the left of Armstrong for the Pigeon. Ryan Spencer wins that for the Pigeon. And just like that, it's taken away. Connor Bonnet doing some heavy work in the defensive zone as he fires it down into the offensive zone. Pigeons struggled to sustain some offense and get some sustained time in the offensive zone. Austin Perry fires that up. Beal, Captain Nick Beal tried to work it in. That slashed away. 2-on-1 possibly forming. Pass, fire just wide. Reardon may have gotten a stick on that. Deep into the corner, fighting hard. Kamloops gets free. Shot high and wide by Connor Bonnet. Oh, open in the slot. Fires, Ethan Langinger scores! Tipped in off Ethan Langinger. Connor Bonnet gets the fourth goal for the Kamloops Blackjacks. They're up 4-0 on the Pigeon. Connor Bonnet, second goal of the tournament. Third point here in his fifth game. That's the most important goal he scored so far. Kamloops fires it down right away. Reardon getting a hold of that, and he's just going to cover, do the safe thing, protect that ball. Face off to the left of Reardon. Andrew Henderson for Kamloops in the face-off circle. Todd Reardon with an incredible left pass save. Stretching out to rob Brecken Airchuk. Reardon making some good saves. Keeping his team in it. Just not enough offense. Henderson back at the face-off dot. He wins that for Kamloops. Fires quick. Pavaro just misses the net wide. Pavaro's got some room. He dances through. He's got two guys trailing with him. Brecken Airchuk can't handle it. Trying to get it across, just get something in the offensive zone. They're spending so much time on their heels, and once again, Kamloops back in the offensive zone. Airchuk fires, just waves on it a little bit. Now Pigeon finally have some room. Webster misses high and wide, and Armstrong's going to cover that up. He gets tossed and hit. Alex Provenchal came in, rocked Webster for no reason after the whistle, threw him. Tempers are heating up as the Pigeon and the Blackjacks are going at it. Friday Night Raw over here. .8 seconds left in the second period. 4-0 lead for the Blackjacks. We settle who's going to the penalty box. Sam Oliver, definitely one, but they're still jawing at each other between the benches. This definitely isn't over. Some bad blood between these two teams. It looks like we're going to have coinciding penalties. It's been a long stoppage as the refs try to figure out how they want to work this out. Captains Nick Beal and Kyle Graham up at center ice.
Play-by-play. Oh, you are? Oh,
We're finally getting things settled down here. Kamloops Blackjacks have 3 guys in the box.
hold there.
That's totally 2 right now for the Pigeons. Assume we're going to have a 5-on-4 here. A little bit of a power play to end the last 7 seconds for the Port City Pigeons. So everything gets settled down. Finally back at the draw. Baca taking on Piva. Baca wins it. McCallum, he throws that down. And that'll be the end of the period. Last shot from Cosman. 4-0 as we end this period. The Kamloops Blackjacks are 15 minutes away from a ticket with the gold medal game tomorrow here at the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals in Mississauga, Ontario. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back. Period 3 of the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals here in Mississauga, Ontario. I'm your play-by-play voice, Carson Elcom, alongside my camera guy, Matt Izakaw, here in Arena B in the Mississauga Steelheads Arena. Period 3 underway between the Kamloops Blackjacks and the Port City Pigeons. Blackjacks 15 minutes away from a date at the gold medal game tomorrow for Division B. David Baca going to win the draw. Back to McCallum on D. McCallum going to stick handle around. Gets caught off. Brennan Arichuk fires and scores on the rush. 12 seconds into the period. Brennan Arichuk strips the puck off of Jared Cosman. We're just looking to see what's going on here. The ref is Kind of escorting him to the bench. I guess making sure nothing crazy goes down after the end of last period. But nonetheless, Brecken Erichuk making this a 5-0 game, just 12 seconds. It's the third period, as I guess the refs are discussing a couple things. Refs putting that up. Guess didn't want anything, more issues happening, as there's 4 guys currently in the Blackjacks bench. Fun time in there, I bet. Nice sweaty, considering how it smells in this arena right now. I'm sure it smells just beautiful in a box for 4 sweaty hockey players. Regardless, power play for the Pigeon after that. And they're going to have 2 minutes to try to get that donut off the board. McCallum to Cosman. Cosman's going to work his way across the blue line and get it in. Webster hauling in. He's going to get there first, try to get on the ball, and that's flipped out by Dario Piva. Reardon over to McCallum. We got something blown down. We got a tripping call coming up. And that's going to be against the Pigeon. And just like that, 21 seconds in, so that power play is going back to 4-on-4. As Noah Webster called for tripping. Well, so far in the first 33 seconds, we've had a goal and 2 penalties. So if that doesn't tell you how this is going to go, then that's about it. Well, while we're waiting for this to get settled, let's check in with our certified cameraman, Matt Izakow. Matt, would you like to join in that group of 4 in the Kamloops penalty box? Well, you heard it here first. Matt Izakow wants to go play a game of poker with the Blackjacks in the penalty box, and I don't blame him. They flew here from Kamloops, so they got to have some money we can win off of them. Well, I feel like I'm sitting here on an episode of Law & Order because it's all talking and no action, which is always wonderful because that's what you want from the game of hockey. But nonetheless, we're waiting things to get back underway here, just 33 seconds into the third period. We got a goaltending change of interest. Troy Reardon is heading off. So I don't know if there's an injury to Troy Reardon, but we got a new goaltender coming in. And so Noah Webster, we got 2 32s out there now. I wish I could tell you guys the name of the goaltender that just came in, but I have it on neither of my sheets and not on the website either. So So 4-on-4 right now. Oh, a lot of open floor right now. Mason going to work his way in. He's going to file back to McCallum. scores. Just like that, as I was trying to find the name, Zachary Anderson makes it 6-0. He comes right in and fires it in on the goaltender, number 32. And that's going to make this 6-0 with 13:43 left. Lots of room with 4-on-4 out there, and he can just walk his way in and fire that clean and clear. So as we get back underway, one more goal is scored for the Blackjacks. Mercy rule is engaged and the game is over. Baca going for it. Beal, he works his way in, and that's stopped by Armstrong. This has been the craziest 5 minutes of hockey I've covered, and yet most of it has been talking, and I don't know what the heck is going on. That being said, makes it more fun. Kamloops working their way back in. They want to finish this off right here and now. Langinger, he's got it along the boards. He's going to work it behind the net. He's going to file that back to Justin Bartella. Bartella walking the blue line. He's going to come in. He's got some room. Over to Ignace. Ignace is going to toss it into the left-hand corner. Arichuk. To Henderson. To Bartella. Favaro now on the floor. Favaro worked this way, and he's got some room. Reardon with the stop, and they score! Favaro. John Favaro doing it all himself. He works his way in, does it all himself through the paint, dekes out the goaltender, and just like that, 7-0 for the Blackjacks. And that's going to do it for the Port City Pigeons. As they discuss with the refs, we'll see what the final decision is. Looks like that'll be the end of it. A 7-0 win for the Kamloops Blackjacks, and that gets goaltender Braden Armstrong his 4th shutout in 5 games. He has yet to let in a goal in 4 of 5 games. That's just incredible. Incredible for ball hockey. He's putting on a clinic out here in the Canadian Ball Hockey Nationals. What more can you ask from a goaltender rocking less than a .5 goals against average now? As we get ready for player of the game, I'm not sure who this one is going to end up going to. Piva taking home player of the game honors. He had 4 points entering this. He's coming out with 7. 3-point game for Dario Piva. And you know what? The Pigeons had an incredible run here. They're going to be able to battle it out for bronze in the B division tomorrow. And they left everything out here on the floor. Played a great game. Just the Blackjacks are destined to go to the gold game here tomorrow. Besides that, coming up next, shortly here, the Edmonton Killer Bees are taking on the Danforth Knights in a few minutes here as they get prepared. I've been your play-by-play announcer.